All right, guys. In this lesson, we're diving into the tool that changes everything, the Home Equity Invoice Agreement, or HEIA. This isn't just another contract. It's the system that turns ordinary work, invoices, and renovations into real estate wealth. Whether you're a homeowner, a contractor, or a real estate investor, this is the agreement that finally levels the playing fields. So what is a HEIA? A Home Equity Invoice Agreement is a special proprietary contract. It converts a contractor's or real estate investor's normal invoice and value into a percentage of the property's equity. That means homeowners can pay for renovations using equity, not cash. Contractors earn ownership tied to the home's value, and investors gain a structured, transparent way to trade their expertise for equity without buying the entire property from the homeowner. And here's the kicker: when contractors or investors earn through a HEIA, it's not taxed as ordinary income. It's positioned as capital gains, which means lighter taxes and a path to real wealth building. Step 1, the agreement. It starts like any other project. The contractor or the investor offering solutions scopes the work, materials, or value add. They provide an estimate. This job is worth $20,000. Instead of paying cash, that dollar value is converted into a percentage of the property's value, making the contractor and investor a real estate holder, not a note holder with a deed of trust or mortgage tied to real estate. It is not the same as a deed of trust, yet acts like one in just one of its unique structures. The rest of the structure is what makes it real equity and not a simple financial security or payment contract. And don't worry about the math. We built a calculator. You just plug in the numbers, and it tells you everyone's equity percentage based on the after repair value of the scope of work and real value added to the property. Step 2, equity allocation. That equity percentage becomes the contractor or investor's ownership stake. And this isn't just a handshake deal. It's recorded publicly, just like a lien or deed, but getting the best of both deed and material lie-in protections. So instead of contractors chasing highly taxed cash, investors being forced to buy entire properties, or homeowners drowning in loans, everyone now has a secure equity-based position tied directly to the property. And because it's equity, when the home's value rises, everyone's payout rises too, and it's taxed as capital gains, not income. Step 3, terms and conditions. The Home Equity Invoice Agreement spells everything out in plain English. Scope of work, who records the agreement, what happens if work isn't completed in time, what happens if someone defaults or even passes away. It's not a 100-page mortgage packet, it's a simple, flexible 13-page agreement anyone can understand and use. Step 4, completion of work. Here's where the performance guarantee comes in. When the contractor finishes the job, both parties sign a completion of work agreement. This document locks in the contractor's equity stake, but only after the work is verified. For homeowners, that means peace of mind. No paying for unfinished work. No risk of being taken advantage of. For contractors, it creates true performance-based contracts. Do the work, do it right, get your equity stake locked in. Step 5, property growth and payoff. Now comes the wealth building part. Once equity is granted and secured after completion, everyone's equity value grows with the property's value evenly, as a real team should. And when the agreed payoff date comes, or when the property sells, equity is settled based on the true appraised market value. That means homeowners get the upgrades they need without upfront cash. Contractors and investors not only protect their value, they profit from appreciation. And here's an important note: a contractor can still be paid in cash by the homeowner or through a liaison. But under a HEIA, even that cash payout is treated as capital gains, not realized until the final equity payoff. That's the power of structuring payments as equity instead of ordinary income. So let's talk about benefits. For contractors, turn invoices into long-term wealth, shift ordinary taxable income into capital gains, and build lifetime clients, because your success is tied to theirs. For homeowners, pay contractors without draining savings. Use home equity as payment instead of financing. No loans, no banks, no credit checks. And unlock flexibility to get projects done on your terms. For investors, invoice for equity on the unique value you bring. Deal structuring, financing solutions, project management. No need to buy the entire property and suck your liquidity dry on purchase prices. That means better ROI, less liability, and faster scaling. Now, the challenges and solutions. Every agreement or project has them. Here's how we've solved them. Value disagreements: use an appraiser or CMA to verify the property's worth. A HEIA unique structure stops the different value arguments between overvaluating the property when starting. It's actually in the contractors' and investors' best interest to devalue the property for higher leverage of their equity value when the value is actually finalized in the future in real time. Legal complexities: our contracts are attorney drafted for nationwide use. Local title companies review them before recording. Proprietary structures ensure the black and white lettering of the contract is not taken advantage of by either party. Trust issues: we've baked in transparency, clear definitions, plain language, flexible options. Here's the bigger picture. The old system is broken. Homeowners can't keep up with rising renovation costs. Contractors get squeezed, trading sweat for shrinking margins. Investors gamble on risky all-or-nothing deals. The HEIA changes the game. It lets each party contribute their unique value: labor, materials, expertise, capital, and everyone gets rewarded in equity. Equity, shared responsibility, shared wealth. And most importantly, it shifts payouts from ordinary income into capital gains, the exact path the wealthy have always used to build generational wealth. So, let's recap. A HEIA converts invoices into equity. It empowers homeowners, contractors, and investors to all win together, and it fixes the industry's biggest problems: capital, fairness, and trust. This is the bridge between construction, real estate, and lasting wealth. In the next lesson, we'll cover the long-term benefits and potential pitfalls, so you know exactly how to maximize this tool. Because this isn't just about fixing houses, it's about building real wealth together.